I went to high school in Henryville, Indiana, which is in Clark County, which is just one south of Scott County, Indiana. During the beginning of the Scott County HIV outbreak, I was kind of oblivious to it. Pretty much like everyone there, I didn't recognize the signs when they were right in front of me, but then as it progressed, more and more people that I knew actually came out saying that they had been addicted to opiates or that they were currently addicted to opiates. When you think of a drug addict, you don't think of people who you've been close to for years at a time, but then when you find out that it is those people, it's a totally different perspective for it. As soon as you find out that that was happening right in front of you the whole time, you realize all of the signs. You realize that that person, was going to the bathroom all the time or was isolating themselves from their friends, or huge changes in their lives were happening, and it all happened right in front of you. And maybe you thought that they were going just through a rough patch mentally, but really they were suffering from a substance abuse disorder. So before finding out that people that I knew personally were addicted to substances, I was pretty open-minded, but I guess a part of me always thought that it was a choice, and then realizing that someone so close to me had, been given painkillers after a surgery, and that led to him being addicted to heroin in the future, really makes it hit home for you. You don't realize how people get into these things. You don't realize that it's absolutely not a choice. It's a physical condition. And I think that a lot of people judge that before they know someone that's in that situation, but having someone close to you in that situation definitely changes your opinion on it. Because of how close I was to it and how many people I knew that were suffering from it and needed resources like the needle exchange, I actually volunteered to do one of my community clinicals with the needle exchange here in Bloomington. So I did that for a few weeks, and I worked at the Shalom Center. Those were both great experiences for me. Working with the needle exchange opened my eyes to see that I guess we look at it from a medical perspective a lot of the time, and with the needle exchange, they're looking at it in a holistic perspective. They're giving HIV and hepatitis C testing on the van. They're giving pamphlets about safe sex. They're giving pamphlets about things that you could contract when sharing needles, and they're collecting all of these dirty needles and giving out clean ones so that the dirty ones aren't placed back into the community or reused. And I just think it was a really great resource this community definitely needed. I guess I just think that Scott County should be an example for what we shouldn't allow to happen, especially in this state and in this country. We should be aware of the warning signs. We should be aware of how to prevent it. And when we do recognize that it's happening, Indiana took a very long time to respond to that and implement harm reduction strategies and testing facilities. So I think that we need to be cognizant of that in the future and know that when we see those signs or we see that there is an outbreak, we need to stop it as soon as possible.